I'm not sure how I'm gonna make a title and a thumbnail for this video without revealing the spoiler of what this video is actually about, but holy moly, how did I not realize this at first? That's not how you pronounce first. But anyway, make sure to hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification bell. Of course, if you like videos like this. Let's get into it. Now, I'm recording this Saturday, March 21st, meaning that the next episode of Pokemon Horizons came out in Japan and not here in the US because Japan hates us. So what did I decide to do? I tuned into Poke for Laps. That is how you say it. And I learned a couple of spoilers that I'm not going to bore you with, but in conclusion, I learned about the 18 Terra-type trainers and how Terapagos could use them to rid the world from Laqua, and that's something I learned from watching the actual anime on Netflix. There was some character development for Lucario and Roy. That's really about it. But I'm not here to bore you with spoilers. I'm here to bore you with... I'm sorry, but I'm not here to actually bore anyone with. I'm actually here to get people interested. I may have just figured out what the final climax for the battle against Mr.L is going to happen, which is actually coming in a couple of weeks. Now, it was hard for me to notice this at first, but I really liked Mr.L as an antagonist in Season 2 just because he seemed like a bigger threat. Like, he seemed like the sort of betrayal type, like he was going to do what he needed to get what he wanted. And I'm still not sure what he wants to do with the Laqua. Like, it's hurting people and Pokemon's bonds, and more importantly, it's hurting Pokemon mentally and probably physically as well. I'm not sure how the Loquium stuff actually works, to be honest, because when I first saw it, the first thing that popped into my mind was our ripoff from Detective Pikachu. And yes, I've watched the movie, I've played the first game, and I'm in the middle of playing the second game, and even though I did watch the movie prior to playing the games, I still really like the story and all the exploration you have to do because it's still a good game. Both of them are, and I think I might try out some more detective games. Anyway, sorry, getting off topic, my bad. Now, Needle Thing Love was probably one of my favorite episodes because we have Gimmighoul tricking people into putting coins into the chest, and I'm like, wow, is he like the new side Pokemon character that's just a little mischievous little prankster or whatever? Because he immediately reminded me of Jigglypuff from Johto Journeys and a little bit of Pokemon Season 2 as well. You know, back when Ash was still the protagonist. Same with Sinistea and Poltegeist when they first arrived, but I'm getting off track now. But Gimmighoul being there wasn't the only reason I liked it. The other reason I liked it was because Zerk and Onya, Amethio's assistants, were actually looking for Amethio, and it's like, oh my gosh, the Explorers are here. Oh my gosh, the Rising Volt Tacklers are here. They thought to be enemies, but they are not enemies anymore. Then I discovered the cold, hard truth about Mr.L. He and Onya are related. Like, there's no way that their pale hair and bluish pale with red pinkish underline in their eyes, there's no way that this is a coincidence. I think Onya is going to play a huge part in Mr.L's defeat, although it hasn't been confirmed, and I looked. Now, there is a high chance that I'm wrong, and the reason being that Mr.L would have had to have joined the Explorers much later or earlier than Onya and Zerk, because they joined at the same time and Mr.L is nowhere in sight. So I went back and rewatched the episodes of Needle Thing Love and the one where Lico's Charcadet and Amethio's Ceruledge had battled, and this was just to double check. And because Amethio's father was still alive, I'm still stunned that Mr.L was able to take over Exceed and the Explorers, because it just feels like he shouldn't have this much involvement, but because he had such a crucial part in the story, kind of like Pierce on Team Rocket in the Unova adventures, it makes him feel like a true antagonist, especially because he was the one who set Amethio and Lico up and got Amethio taken off the mission. At least back in Season 2 when Amethio was still with the Explorers. So yeah, from what I've seen in this second part of Pokemon Horizons Season 3 Rising Hope, I've really enjoyed it. Although I put this in a video a couple weeks ago, I need to see the Japanese versions. They need to be available for adults and teenagers like myself. Full-on dedicated nerds. That way I don't need to peek onto other YouTube channels to get spoiled. For research. But back to Onya and Spinel, this could actually be pretty major, because if they are related, then Onya may know a way to break Spinel. When I say break, I mean find a weakness, crush him from the inside emotionally. Now, I know that sounds dark, but a lot of plots seem to roll with hitting them where they're weakest, whether it's emotionally or physically. I mean, in the Sonic 2 movie, Sonic himself was the weak spot for Dr. Robotnik, so I just hope you can understand what I mean. So it could be that Amethio may end up confronting Spinel while the Rising Volt tacklers are tackling, pun intended, the Loquium and trying to get rid of the last of it so that it can't be harvested anymore. And just as Amethio is about to lose his life, just like his grandfather, Onya and Zurk come out of nowhere. They manage to defeat Spinel, and that's when the secret is revealed. And then Onya manages to defeat Spinel with just his words. He steps down, turns into a good guy or whatever. Or a much better plot, Spinel gets super ticked off with Onya, has a complete snap. The two sacrifice their lives to get rid of the Loquium and defeat whatever Pokemon is harvesting them. I think something like that would be a lot cooler than just having Spinel step down. So I don't think Liko and the Rising Volt tacklers are going to be confronting Spinel. It's probably just going to be Amethio, Zurk, and Onya. And I'm just now realizing that the three of them against Spinel could kind of be a parallel to on Mount Paracarp to when the three original explorers, Lucius, Ristal, and Gibeon, were on top of Mount Paracarp and they found the Loquium. So yeah, the plot building is really building. I have a feeling in my gut that Amethio, Onya, and Zurk are going to be the ones who defeat Spinel at the end of the season. So let's just pretend for a moment that that is the case. So right now we just have a lot going for us, especially with this revelation I just made. So that's my theory, that Amethio, Zurk, and Onya, they're gonna be the three protagonists that take down Spinel at Mount Paracarp, while the other 18 Terra-type trainers are handling whatever trash. We're just gonna have to wait and see, all you lucky Japanese livers that speak English and are watching this right now. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Make sure to hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification bell. I've got to get out of here and probably try to comprehend a thumbnail and title for this video, because oh man, this is going to be so hard to do without spoiling.